Hello, beautiful souls. Let's talk about self love and self care in the new normal in 2021 and for the rest of our lives, because the lessons we are learning today are going to serve us and follow us for a very, very long time. And I was talking to a friend recently who said that she was actually dreading the the end of the pandemic and the moment everything would go back to normal, because she said now at the moment she had an excuse to not go out, to refuse invitations, to not do many of the things she used to do for other people, and she could just relax, stay home, and look after herself, which is something she hadn't done in years, because she thought she had to be available. She thought she had to help. She was on several committees and organizations, and she was always very busy, always going places and doing a lot of social work, which is good. And she felt good about it. She felt she was really making a difference. But she was, every time she was saying yes to other people when they asked her to be on one of their committees, she was actually saying no to herself, and she was denying herself the rest that she needed. So I think many of us are in similar situations. We have been forced to reorganize the way we lived, the way we worked, the way we socialized, the way we communicate and interact with other people. And in some cases, it's been a good thing. We have learned to reorganize when we had to. We had learned better ways to do things. We have been forced to find solutions to some of our problems. And for many people, going back to the way things were is not an option, not just because it's not possible, but because the new way is better. For instance, many people are now working from home and have decided that it's probably a good idea to go on, because it saves so much time and money. And the way we interact with people has also been impacted, because, well, some of the people we used to interact with were so toxic that we just stopped listening, and other people have been more important because they needed us more, or because they supported us, and or because we could just be more authentic and really talk heart to heart. So all the social life that was based on appearances, on the need to impress people, to have a certain image, for most of us, that is no longer something that we want to do, because it's meaningless, it's useless, and it's obviously not necessary, because we've been living without it for a year. We can be ourselves, we can be authentic, we can be available only to the people whose company we enjoy, or who really mean something to us. And we can save an awful lot of time when we learn to say no, not for the sake of saying no, not in order to upset someone, but just in order to be true to ourselves, to say yes to ourselves, to save time for the things, for the people that we really enjoy and need and want in our lives. And that is new. That is new because we have been conditioned to think we had to function in a certain way. We have been told all our lives this is the way things are done, and we realize that's not true. And we realize that we can reorganize our lives as many times as we want or need to do it. As I told you before, we can, every day, we can make new choices, new decisions. And we have been, for the past few months, we have been living from day to day. We have been forced to take short-term measures because we didn't know what the future would bring. And we have been forced to live in the present, but that has actually given us the opportunity to enjoy the present, to realize what was around, to be grateful for all the little things that we might not have noticed otherwise. Being in the present is precious. It's a wonderful thing. It can be worrying not to know what the future will bring, but at the moment, all we can do is be in the now, in the here and now, because we don't know what the future will bring, and we know that the past is over, and we just have to be okay with what is happening around us now. We just have to make decisions that serve us right now. We just have to worry about what's happening in the moment. We don't need to worry about tomorrow because we can't do anything about it yet anyway. It's never been clearer than it is now. And that, yes, it is a little bit scary in a way, but it's also liberating because we are not responsible for what's going to happen later. We can just do our best right now. And that's enough. What we do right now is enough. We can trust, we can have faith, we can have dreams and hopes and goals, but we don't have to worry. And we can change. We can always change our minds, make new choices. It's okay. And it's okay to be real, it's okay to be authentic, and it's okay to not have all the answers. No one has all the answers, even if some people would like us to think they do. It's okay to be human, and it's okay to be just who we are. So that's all for today, but stay tuned and take care.